Hi there, Keri Mesropov, president of TRG, and I'm here with a roundup of this week's TRG 30. Today we were joined by Oskar Eustis, the artistic director of the Public Theater in New York, and we invited Oskar to join us not only because he is a major force in the theater world, arguably the arts world, but because Oskar always brings big ideas to the table for all of us to think about. And we at TRG, as providers to this field of arts and culture, believe it is imperative now more than ever to ensure that we are being fed by big ideas and almost impossible to imagine inspiration. Oskar brings all of this all the time, and boy, did he and our CEO, Jill Robinson, bring that to the TRG 30 table today. Here are my takeaway inspiration points that we heard on TRG 30 this week from Oskar and Jill, and I encourage you to really make time in this hectic, crazy crisis to think about what these points of inspiration might mean to you and to your organization. The first thing we were reminded of is that we as arts organizations didn't go anywhere. We've heard a lot about when the curtain rises again or when we're back, and Oskar reminds us that we didn't go anywhere. The world changed, but we are still here. We have always been here. We also heard that the fact that right now we don't have all of the answers to everything does not let us off the hook of experimenting, trying, succeeding, failing, and then moving through that process all over again. Our mission, Oskar reminded us, is still intact. Our values are still intact. What is disrupted is how we execute on that mission and on those values differently now than just 2 months ago. We heard from Oskar that right now we'll all be tested to actively demonstrate that we bring value to people's lives and to our community. And he went so far as to provoke and say, look, if an organization can't prove its value to its people and its community, maybe that organization shouldn't survive this crisis. Oskar mentioned that the public will soon be unveiling partnerships with the city's public radio and TV stations. And I would wonder for you, what partnerships could help you propel and execute differently, even bigger than before on your mission and your values as an organization? What partnerships could you pursue? Could you pick up the phone tomorrow and begin to initiate for your organization? And lastly, Jill put forth to all of us that ticket buying is relational. It's not just a transaction. It's relational, just like philanthropy is. When a patron buys a ticket to see our art, it's not just money in exchange for a service or a good, but it is an expression that that person is making to have a relationship with our organization, and it's our invitation then to take and provide a relationship with that particular patron around our art. And lastly, my favorite inspiration from this session was this: we can still make things of value that don't require gathering people. We absolutely can still make beautiful things of value, and that people will value even though we can't gather people. That's my roundup, and hope to see you tuned in next week for TRG 30. Thanks.